Hello, Jet Nation. This is Steve Skillern with Dr. Asa Cherry, and we are here at his latest flip, and I'm talking to him about jet lending in particular and his experiences on this property in general. So, Mr. Cherry, tell me how you found this property.
Well, see, I found this property through a friend, a longtime friend, and she was in a bind, and she wanted to start over. She wanted a new life, and she wanted just something different. And
Right.
her mother was used to be her mother's home, and it's passed down, and she just wanted to start over. And I gave her a fresh start.
Fantastic, fantastic. And how did you hear about Jet?
Well, I heard about Jet many years ago. That's not my first rodeo. Many years ago, actually, I did a deal with Jet many years ago, and I felt like family. So I decided, I said, you know what? I'm gonna go back to Jet. I'm gonna talk to Jet and see what they say about this property.
Fantastic, fantastic. Tell me a little bit about your experience. How long have you been doing real estate?
I've been doing the remodel, flipping homes about 15 years.
How did you get started?
I got started with a rental property. My first piece of rental property, and I said, hey, I'm working on the property. I'm doing it myself, my own work. I'm doing my own handyman work, right? And I said, you know what? Why don't you start flipping houses? Since I'm good at working on the property, let me just see what I can do there myself. And that's how I started.
Okay, very good. If you had some advice for somebody getting started, what's your number one thing you would tell them?
Research. A bunch of research.
Very good. And the research, what kind of research would you do?
Research on the property. Research the background of it. Of course, liens and taxes and everything else that come along with it. To make sure it's free and clear, basically.
Right.
Although a title company will do the checking after you check, but it's good to do your own check and see what's what.
Right. Okay. And my opinion, ARV is the most important number in your deal. You agree with that?
I agree.
Okay. When you came to me with this deal, if I remember correctly, and it's been a couple of months since this originally started, but you had an idea of ARV, and then I went and did some comps. Eddie did some comps.
Right.
And we kind of collaborated to come to a number that we could all agree on to loan money, correct?
Right.
And at those numbers, do you feel like you're going to make money on this deal?
Absolutely. Of course, like you said, we kind of went back and forth, like, the appraised value, but absolutely. I think you guys came back with a fair number, and I know I can make a profit out of this piece of property here, out of this investment, actually. It's an investment.
Very good.
Yeah.
What's your experience been with Jets so far?
Oh, experience been good. I've been dealing. I deal with you most. I deal with Steve. I deal with him most of the way. It's the man here. This is the man. Steve, this is the man. So, and with your insight, also, you've been around it for years too, and I took some of your tips. Even though I've been in the business, but you've been in the business too. So
Always learning.
Always, you never stop learning. It's always good to take some tips from somebody else. Sometimes you don't see things and they do. So
Right.
yeah.
So let's talk about this house. Tell me how this started, because I have not seen this until today.
Right.
So tell me what this house looked like before this.
Wow. Before, this is amazing the way it looks now. Okay, but before, it was rough. It was rough. But that's what I do. It's rough. It's in rough shape, and I'm gonna turn into making something very, very nice when I get finished. But like where you standing over there, that used to be a chimney. You wouldn't believe that's a chimney, probably 100 years old. But I removed it. Now you have a washroom there with a washer and dryer. Mm-hmm. You never know what you're gonna find in these homes till you start digging in them. That's any remodel. You start digging, you start finding things. So That's how it works.
Right. That's why there's a contingency number in any budget.
In any budget. In any budget. That's right.
So one thing people need to understand is that the ARV, we talked about that,
Right.
that your profit is really important because it's the only place to absorb a mistake. You do have a contingency, but
Yes.
if there's a mistake, it's got to be absorbed somewhere, and the only place is profit.
It's in your profit. Right.
Right.
Yes. At the end of the day. You really have to, your budget, you need to be on budget. I mean, bottom line is your budget. Is your budget.
Correct.
Try to stay close to that budget as possible. Because anything over that, you're taking out of that profit, So it's very important to track your budget and to stay on track, which is hard to do, with a, with a remodel, but it's doable. It's very doable.
Okay. Tell us about, have you moved walls? Have you?
Yes. Move walls. Yes. Actually, this wall right behind us.
Okay.
I moved this. This was actually, it was closer in. This was narrow. This is a pretty wide. Now it's a foyer. It wasn't a foyer at the beginning. It was just a little walkway, but now you have a large foyer now. So yeah,
Okay.
I moved plenty of walls.
Was this pony wall here?
Nope. That bar there, that half bar there, I put that there. I
Okay.
made it there. Yep. Sure
Looks
did.
like it's going to be a nice floor plan.
Oh, yeah,
Good looking
definitely.
house.
Thank you.
It's going to have it central AC and see
Definitely.
the AC going in. Did you put that in, or was it window units?
Window units.
Window units. Okay.
Hey, window units. I'm installing central air. Actually, I'm gonna do recessed lighting in the
Okay.
entire house. Like recessed lighting.
Right.
And the window units have to go. can't do window units, but I'm definitely going to central air.
Okay. So the house is looking great. There's extra land in the back.
Right.
It's in an area where there's a strong rental demand. Is this going to be a fix and hold or a fix and flip?
It's gonna be a fix and flip, but I'm kind of in between because I have a nice piece of property, and that's another thing. You want to maximize your space, and if it's a good investment, you probably want to hold on to it because, like I say, research. You want to research the area also. What are the plans for the next 5 years? I know in this area here, I know they have a humongous hospital that's being extended, and they're planning on putting this metro rail down the street here. That's going to increase the value of everything surrounding this whole entire neighborhood. So you might want to hold on to it because I have so much land back there that I can build
Right.
additional houses. So
Okay.
yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, well, let's close with this. For anybody listening, would you recommend jet lending?
Definitely, I recommend Jet. I recommend Jet, man, any day of the week. I like because it's like I said, they're like family, right? And they're going to tell you, what's what. They're going to tell you your ins and outs. They're going to be upfront with you instead of hiding things and pop it up on you later. They have lenders that do that. From my experience, they do, but they pretty much let you know everything up front, so it's nothing hidden. And if you have any questions,
Just so you guys know, Dr. Cherry and I did go back and forth on value. We were
Right.
not eye to eye when this started.
Right.
And part of that is because we just will not put you in a bad deal. We just will not do that. Some lenders will. And it's not that they're bad people, they just don't know. They're just,
Right.
will it appraise? And an appraisal, I used to be an appraiser. An appraisal is just an opinion. So,
Right.
for what that's worth.
Definitely, Steve. We definitely we're back to back. We're back to back with that, but yeah, they definitely won't let you get into something that's the numbers just don't add up.
Right.
When the numbers just don't add, they're not going for it. So it has to go, and it's good for everybody. It's not good just for Jet, but it's good for you also as an investor, because you don't want to fail, and they're looking at you because they want to sell the home and possibly finance you for another adventure. So it's good for everybody. It's not good just on their side. It's good for both sides. So
Right.
it keeps everything fair.
This is Steve Skillern at Jet Lending, and I am with,
Asa Cherry.
and we just walked through this flip. You guys call me. I'll be glad to comp your properties. I'll be glad to give you an ARV. Take a look at your repairs, see if they're reasonable, and help you get into a good deal. Not going to put you in a bad deal. So give me a call, direct message below, email me, sskillern@jetlending.com, or call me 346-218-2623. Steve Skillern, Jet Lending.